I had to like start and restop. I don't know. But anyways, now that all that's handled, I appreciate everyone who's popping in. Thank you. And as the title of the video says, or as the show says, I am doing an unboxing today because I just got in a box of new inventory that I have never had before. And I am excited to show you. I also have an absolute ton of stuff loaded in the buy now section. So please, while you are waiting for me to fumble through, hi, McBetsy. Oh, hey, Kiki. Oh my goodness. Hey, guys. I wish this thing would like badonk or something to alert me that someone has messaged because sometimes things go unseen. But, anyways, I am glad that things are working great. So, anyways, again, I have a ton of stuff in the buy now section and a ton of new stuff, and I'm excited to show y'all. So, I thought that we could start, I guess, just start at it. So, the first thing, I mean, I have tarot decks, I have oracle decks. Oh, Keek, I know, man. I told Alan yesterday, I said, we are going to go get all of our groceries and get all of our stuff done Thursday night because neither of us are leaving the house on Friday because it is too bloody cold. For folks joining, I am in Wisconsin, in like central-ish, like west central Wisconsin, right along the Mississippi River. And it is like negative 45 degrees outside, like 45 degrees below zero. Yeah, they call us the frozen tundra for a reason. Just yeah. Uh, so, anyways, so first thing up, I just pulled it out of the bag. It is a tarot card holder, and this is what it looks like. This is beautiful golden reflective surface. It's wood, so you can see it is wood on the back, and this is a slot for your card to go in. So, I wish I had well, I'll be opening cards later, but like, okay, so for example, if this was your tarot card, you just stick it in the slot and it holds it, and then you could put like a candle here, or like maybe you do dice oracle, or you also do oh my god, what, oh, and or like put crystals there. So anyway, these cool little holders are so fun, and I have three of them, and I have one of each kind, and this is the first one. It is sun and moon, and has like some astrology type stuff. So, anyways, I'm gonna run this at $3, and yeah, and see who loves it. Okay, and it is up. So, yeah, looks like we got what, 6 people in the room right now. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. Welcome. And like I said, I'm running this brand new item, and I'm excited to show you what else I have in store. Yeah, but how did your week go? How's it been? I haven't done really any shows this week, partly because I was waiting for my new stuff to come in. Thanks for taking a look at that. But also because I kind of needed some downtime. I was doing so many shows, and the prep for all the shows, I was exhausted. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it easy. But once the new box of stuff came in, oh, hey, Rosie. Yeah, it felt weird not being on, but I'm like, I am so tired, but I also really want to come back fresh with all these new things. So, yeah. Okay, so next up is I have another tarot card holder. Again, this like is for folks who pick like cards of the day. And yeah, I'll be unboxing some tarot and oracle cards with you. And I have some cool like crystals that I ordered. Not too many, but a couple. Okay, so this is the next one. It is so pretty. Um, it has this really like celestial vibe. It has like around the moon are the tarot symbols. I don't know if I could get close enough where the camera won't like blow it out. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the detail. So that's cool. And I really dig this. So I'm going to run this for $3. All right. So, folks, oh, Rosie's winning. That's wonderful. Yeah, and this is going to be such a cool, like, altar space item, like, to add to your space. It is so colorful, and like I said, it's wood. Um, and this top surface is like its own texture. It's like a textured gold foil. It's beautiful. Awesome. Well, thank you, Rosie. I appreciate you. Let me get a pile started for you. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, I don't know if you did you see the first one I had, Rosie? I don't know if you saw this first one, first card holder I had that was like the gold color. Okay. I didn't know if you had seen it. So this is my last one, and this is what it looks like. Again, it has gold. It is sunny. Can you show the red Alea sea salt? Yes, I can show the red Alea sea salt. Can you go grab, there's a bin over there that has my herbs in it, 2 bins. I actually brought I have my collection of herbs here with me tonight. So yes, I can show you. Hey, Anson, peace and calm. Okay, it's in here. Okay, so here is the red Alea salt, and this is in the bin, right? And so red Alea salt, actually, it comes to me like this color, and it is sea salt that is impregnated with red clay from Hawaii. So there is this red clay all over the island, and I think it's because of like the minerals and stuff that are from the volcanoes. Anyway, so they actually use it as a natural dye in Hawaii to like dye textiles, but they also make this cool salt. So yeah. Well, I'm glad you asked, Lost Dead Doll. I appreciate being able to talk about it. But yeah, if you have any questions, hey Bree, how you doing? Yeah, if you have any questions about how to use it or whatever, I do have everything listed on the tag, which you can read in my posting, but I am here to answer questions. So, I'm going to set that there. Okay, so, hello, Mimi Juice. Welcome to the room. Sometimes I like to just read people's names out loud because they are either fascinating or amusing to me. And I don't know what a Mimi Juice is, but it's funny. It's a good name. Okay, so I'm going to run this next. Again, this is a card of the day tarot card holder, and I will be opening some tarot and oracle decks later, but just as a stand-in, you can see how it fits in there, and then you can put a candle here or some crystals to do that thing chicken wang. So I'm going to start the auction at $3 for this. And again, these are brand new. I just got them in today, and I am excited for them to find homes. So, and here's a close-up of the pattern. It's gold and very reflective. Oh, hey Cosmic, welcome to the room. It's good to see some familiar names. My people. I actually call folks who, shop at my store my crow friends. So y'all are my crow friends. Awesome. Cosmic Mander won this one. All right. Let me. Oh, jeez. So this is Cosmic Mander. Okay. And then, for folks who may have missed it the first time around, actually, I should put these back in their little bag so they're protected. I'm going to show the third one. I only bought 3, so there's one more of these tarot card holders. So I'm going to, after I put things back in their bags so they stay nice, I will show this third one. So in case you missed it when I first showed it, you'll get a chance to see it. Okay. Yes. Crones are some of my faves. Just saying. Okay, so this is the other tarot card holder that I have for the show today. I'm going to run this one more time for folks who may just be popping in that didn't get a chance to see it. It's running for $3 and it will arrive to you still in its package. That way it stays safe and clean during transport. But otherwise, once this runs out, I will. Oh, Cosmic's got a bid on it. Awesome. Yeah, and this is my very last one. So if this is like, ooh, I really want this. Oh, thank you, Farrell, for purchasing my book of palmistry. I appreciate you. Yeah, I have an absolute ton of stuff in the bin, so please go check it out. I have a lot of the items in the bin here with me today, scattered amongst the things. So, yeah. Oh, hey, Pippi. Thanks for popping back in. Yeah, I had some camera issues earlier, so I'm glad that you were able to swing in so soon. So, okay. How about, okay, next up is, okay, if you all hear all that jingling, that is my one-eyed Mr. Cat Phoenix going ham on his Jingle Ball toy. Yes, I am pulling out next. I am unboxing as we go. And so, yeah, that's why the pace is a bit slow. But, okay, so next up is I got this cool, because, I have a bunch of tarot cards that I'm working my way down to. This is a tarot card reading mat. And as you can see, it is upside down. I never said I was perfect. Okay, so it says action, reaction, and outcome. So for people who, let's see if I can lean back a bit so you can kind of see it all in one go here. There we go. So I think that this is like 18 by 18 inches. It is this. Oh, thanks, Rosie, for the purchase of the red salt. Nice. So yes, it's this nice, thick sort of canvas material. And as you can see, it has this pretty like gold Celtic weave on the border. And then these nice clear boxes. So, you can lay it out. Putting down a little mat like this is really nice because it helps keep your cards clean. Because if you're just sort of like reading on the go, like you like throw it down on the coffee table. And that way, if you have, wet spots from coffee mugs or sticky something from kiddos, your cards are protected. And you can always wash these little mats. It's a lot harder to get goo off your cards. So that's the benefit of having these things kind of with your deck. I honestly keep all of my cards and all my stuff in one bag. And it's just easier for me. Okay, so I'm literally looking at the words, looking at my list. Okay, so this is going to be an $8 start. And I just, it's going to be an $8 start. I just listed like one big item. And I was like, we'll just alter things as we need to because I had no spoons for individually listing everything. And plus, that kind of takes away from the whole pop-up surprise, right? Okay, so I am pulling the next item, which is this tarot mat. And again, it says action, reaction, and outcome. And it is a nice, heavy, like canvas material. It's about, 18 by 18 inches. And it's great for like people learning how to read cards, or if you like to have a nice, accessible, predictable, like card spread, because card spreads are all the thing, and it's honestly a steal at $8. So, okay. Well, thank you all for taking a look. Okay. I do have a couple of these available. If y'all decide you need them later, just drop some comments. As we get into nice. Yeah. It is a really handy tool. And I feel like when you're just starting out, like making it as easy as possible is the name of the game. Why make it harder than it has to be? All right, so just to make sure everything gets back in the package. So I have it for shipping. Okay. All right. So, can I pass some things off to you so we don't get confused? Just make, like, maybe along the couch. Here's roses, and these are for 2 items for now. And then this is cosmic, and that's for item for now. And then as I sell things, that'll open it up for me. Okay, thank you. All right. How about we look at some decks? I have been asked for decks forever and ever. And I have some really nice, high quality decks. So this one is the Deviant Moon Tarot, and that is what the cover art looks like. And here, I'm going to pop it open so you can see it. Because I kind of, I like to see the cards. So, all right. All right, so obviously the deck is sealed, and all of my decks come with their own books or booklets. I didn't know if folks were aware, but typically if a deck only comes with a QR code to a booklet, it usually means that it's a counterfeit deck. And I have a lot of years in buying decks for my business, and with the uptick of Temu, counterfeit decks have been flying off the shelves, and now Temu sells to Amazon, and so it's a whole big problem. And anyways, so that's why when I buy from dealers, I know that I can trust them and know that they are selling original art, not reproductions. So that's just my little disclaimer. Okay, so again, it has this little booklet, and you can see here that it tells you what the card is and gives you a nice explanation for upright and reversed. So if you are someone who reads cards both ways, or if you just are learning, that's really helpful. And so here are what some of the cards look like. I really love this sort of like apocalyptic, strange kind of art. It just kind of resonates with my weird heart. And yeah. Oh, look at this one. What's this one? Oh, Ace of Wands. It's so cool. It kind of reminds me of, what is that artist? There's this whole style of artistry where is it cubism, where they use a bunch of shapes to create faces instead of like exact. Yep, they got me. Oh, are you talking about counterfeit tarot? Pippi? Pee-pee? Nope, your name's not Pee-pee. It's Pippi. Stop laughing at me. My husband's dying. He's just like, oh my God, why does she say the thing she says? So, my God, it's been a long day. So anyways, all right, so you get it. The art is adorable. And yeah, Temu. And it's just, yeah, you can tell. Sometimes the counterfeit decks will come with a booklet, but you know that the booklet is hinky if the words don't make a lick of sense. Just saying. You read it and you're like, well, English was not its first language, kind of thing. Like you read through it and you're like, well, that sentence is not put together. It's basically like they took everything out of the junk drawer, poured it onto the book, and that's exactly how the sentence was made. It is just like a collection of junk drawer words that don't necessarily go together, but they all live in the same drawer. And the drawer in this context is the book. Anyways, I digress. But anyways, so if you are interested in this deck, the Deviant Moon deck, so that's the front of the box, That is Zebecca Zabox. Let me see here on here. So I am going to run it for 25. So, da, da, da. All right. And there we go. Confirm. And start auction. Okay. So it is up and running right now for the Deviant Moon deck. It is brand new. I just unwrapped it. And again, this is what the art looks like. They have a few like appendix cards. That's interesting. Oh, I call this drunk driving, where I try to find the camera on the screen. There, it helps if my frame is up higher. Oh, what's this dude doing? Why is he half naked? Oh, it's not a dude, it's a chick, and those are boobs. You've been warned. So, okay. Well, I will set this aside for now. And yeah, I will pull out another deck. Hello, madam. For those of you, well, y'all know I have cats, right? And so this is a cat you don't typically get to see because she is not my social cat. But she is being nosy. And it's like, no, I don't want to be on camera. That's not what I want. So, but my other cat, Phoenix, normally makes an appearance. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, I was going to pull another deck. So, I already did. This one is called White Light Oracle. Yeah. You see, you gotta know the official cat call. Although I just say, hey, Miss Missy, and then she knows that I'm talking about her. That's what I say to her when she's being naughty. And by naughty, I mean knocking everything off the table. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, so that's just a little piece of paper for some reason. Oh. So it has a little, like, for more of my catalog, scan that QR code. But it has a little card in it that says, the light within is guiding me safely, wisely, and bravely. Oh, that's so sweet. It's not like an official card in the deck, but it sometimes I've seen this deck, so it'll give like little bonus cards like that. My Kuan Yin deck was like that too. So again, it has its own little booklet. Oh, look at the lion on the back. So pretty. And then, oh, here we go. It even has some different spread options. Like, this is how to do a spread with these. So, yeah. So I think that's what this is about. Yeah. Because the cards. Oh, I see. Yeah. So the cards themselves actually tell you everything you need to know. So, for example, this says magnetism of Eros on the card, but then on the back, it has a full paragraph of what that card means. Question: is the demon going to be put tonight? Is the demon to be put tonight? Is the demon going to be put? I'm not sure how to answer that question because I'm not sure what the question is. In the shop. Is the demon going to be put in the shop tonight? Oh, put out. So, oh yeah. So Baphomet. Do you want to know if Baphomet is going to be in the shop tonight? I think Baphomet should be in the up for sale. Yes. Let me just double check. How many devices does it take? It takes all of my devices to run this. Oh my goodness. I can do this. Okay. do this. Damn. It's okay. I I just, I will read something over and over just in case I'm like somehow missing it. So let's see here. Bath, Baphomet. Oh, I see. I have it on flash sale right now. Sure. I can run that flash sale right now. Do. At least I noticed that when my show is live, I can't add items. Okay, Anson. There we go. So Baphomet is running right now as a flash sale. Okay. So, yeah. Um, right. So it says, like I said, for this deck, it says magnetism of Eros, and then on the back it tells you what it is, and then each one here's like Cupid. Let's see if I can show that. Okay. Oh, great. I'm glad that Anson was able to get in there in time. And this is Obodire. I don't know what an Obodire is, but that is why there is an explanation on the back. So each card, as you can see, is totally unique. There's no usually with tarot decks, all the backs are the same, but here, since they're oracle, the front is the art and the back is the description. And so then the booklet, since all the info is on the card, the booklet is basically like how to do a spread or how to use the deck as an oracle deck. And since, some people may not be familiar and may not understand that they can translate or transfer their skills from tarot to oracle. So, okay. Back. All right, so I'm going to go back to the auction tab. If anyone else sees things in the bin that I have marked as flash sale, please, I'm watching my chat as close as I can. But if I miss things, please don't hesitate to mention it again, because it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just I am modding my own show and unboxing, which is its own task. So, all right. So for folks who are interested in the White Light Tarot deck or White Light Oracle deck, let's see here. I am going to run it for 22. Edit item. Okay. All right. Confirm. And product, pin, and start auction. Perfect. Okay. So again, that is the White Light Oracle up. And while it does have a booklet that tells you how to do the spreads or how to use the deck, everything that you need to know is right on the cards itself. Oh. Oh, Bastet. I heart Bastet. Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking a look at her. And I have a bunch of other decks to show, so I will put all these cards back incorrectly. There we go. I guess I'm neurotic that way. I like all my cards to face the same way when I put them away. So if something is upside down or wrong side up, I will put it back, because that is the kind of neurotic I am. I also put this in the box upside. I put it in the wrong half of the box. There we go. Slink Sunk. That's fun. I like that name. Okay. All right. I'm going to pull out all my decks. And then if there is a specific one that folks want to look at, let me know and I will open it for you. Otherwise, I guess I will just pick them randomly. Okay. Okay. There's probably more in here, but I have like 7 of them right now. So I like that with cash. Right? My card service is having trouble connecting. So sorry. Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. Um, there's nothing I can do about it. So we'll just move forward. Um, okay. But I appreciate you letting me know, Anson. Thank you. So the next deck I have up is this big tarot deck. It's called Tarot for Kids. And, it has, you know, what am I trying to say? So some of the other decks I've shown you so far has maybe some more adult themes in it, right? Because the people are naked or whatever. And that may not, yeah. I appreciate it, Anson. Thank you. Thank you. Um, so yeah, those sort of images may not be great for all ages. So I also got some decks that are more like either whimsical or meant for kids, so specifically tarot for kids, right? So it says tarot is a great resource for decision making, creative thinking, learning to trust your intuition, and so much more. Plus, it's a lot of fun. Kids will love learning to read tarot on their own or with their friends. Tarot for Kids includes 78 beautifully illustrated cards plus a 96-page guidebook that includes a brief history of tarot, the meaning of the cards, and how to perform readings. Get ready for hours of fun. So, I am really curious what this looks like. So, I'm going to open my Tarot for Kids. And so, let me see, Tarot for Kids, I am going to sell for 28. And I've gone to a few other tarot deck shows on this platform, and I know that my prices are higher than others that I have gone to. But again, I am not sure if they are selling counterfeit decks or not, because I don't know how they get them so cheap. But I have been doing wholesale with this company for 7 years, and I trust them, and I want you to know that you're getting a quality product because that's important to me. And yeah, so if you're like, oh, $28 for a new deck is a lot, well, then it is. Maybe it is for you. Hey, Andrea. Okay. So, oh my goodness, look at this adorable booklet. It's just the cutest. Yeah, and it's so nicely bound, and yeah. Oh, I love this. So, look how big the cards are. Like they're the size of my hand. Oh, oh my goodness, they're so cute. Okay, so here is this is the King of Coins, and so coins is akin to the pentacle in a standard reading. Um, there's the Queen of Coins. I love how storybook and adorable these are. Yeah, it's really easy to read. They're very pleasing colors, and this is what the back of the deck looks like. How sweet is that? Oh, just so storybook. And again, I would almost use these for myself, even though it's meant to be for kids because they're like images that are appropriate for, younger crowds. Um, I mean, honestly, I just find them so whimsical and adorable. Look at that. The Three of Swords. Let's see here. So, yeah. Oh, they even have people of color. I love that. One of my biggest beefs with decks of cards is when they only show white people. I'm like, where's the diversity? So this makes me happy. So it'll be kids of all flavors. It's even a redhead as the Knight of Swords. Oh, thanks for sharing, Sailor. I appreciate it. So yeah. All right, so I'm going to run this Tarot for Kids deck. Like I said, I'm running it at 28. Tarot for Kids. Yeah, that's right. All right. Okay, confirm. And running that right now. Start auction. Okay. So again, it is the Tarot for Kids deck that is running for 28. It is a brand new deck. Oh, look at the moon card. This is the first like major arcana I've seen in the deck. And there's the Six of Wands. I love it. Oh, it's just so sweet. The Four of Cups. There's the Eight of Cups. Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking a look. Here's the box. Oh, come on. Get in there. There we go. Now it's wiggling it. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, I see. I understand, Rosie. I totally understand. Okay, so next up, I have Tarot of the Moon Garden. Get that open. Oh, thank you. Oh, jeez. Okay, so, all right, this one as well comes with a little booklet. I'll just pop the plastic off. Okay. And so, yeah, this will have description of the cards in there for you. And yeah, I love that the cover art is the Temperance card. So cool. Okay. So this again is like some super whimsical art. This would be, I think, safe for all ages. So if you got this for your kiddo or a kiddo, so like, here's the Tower card. Oh, geez. There it is. So like, there's the Tower card. And it just reminds me of like children's books, like when I was a kid, just that sort of animation style. There was this, man, look at that. Okay, so, some naked people. But you can't see anything. You just know they're naked, but you can't see their bits. So here is the moon. And look, this is the art on the back of the cards. All of them have this adorable art. And I think it's just like, oh yeah, it's a tree with some butterflies. Yeah, I'll pull it up a little close. There. So yeah, that is that one. Here's the sun. There's the Judgment card. So yeah, gorgeous art. Oh, Nine of Swords. I think it's kind of cool that the swords are dragonflies. How neat is that? I haven't seen that before. Page of Staffs. Oh, geez. There we go. So yeah. All right. Would it be better if I just ran through all the decks and then maybe just tell me what you want to see at the end to like run a bid on, because I can do that. I can do it that way. That way, folks who are hanging out to see what's showing, I think I might do that. Okay, that sounds good. I'll just do that. Because ultimately, I'm just trying to, make this make sense. I've never done an unboxing before. So next up is Simplicity Tarot. And again, I appreciate that the deck has like people of all flavors in it. That's really important to me. All right. All right. Ooh, it has a little like gold foiling on the box. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little shiny. I guess it could be silver. Silver Oracle? Question mark. All right. Oh, nice. So again, this comes with a nice sturdy booklet. Yeah. Oh, the art is so pretty. Ooh, you're gonna go bananas. I love decks like this. So, you ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. Why, brain? The side has gold foil. So look at the shiny babe. Oh my goodness. I am such a sucker for things like that. Had to feed the big baby. Oh my goodness. Is the big baby a dog? Is it a cow? I'm not sure what a big baby for you would be. Okay. Here's the Six of Cups. Oh my goodness. Look at it. It's so whimsical and adorable. Oh my goodness. Did I mention this is what the backs of the cards look like? I'm dying. That is adorable. I'm such a sucker for that color hue. Oh, I'm a big fat cat. This is Simplicity Tarot. So, yep. And it comes with a cool little booklet that is nicely bound. So, yeah, so that was the back. Ooh, there's the Ten of Swords. Oh, I love this art. It is so adorable. The Eight of Coins. Or Five of Coins, sorry. It is simple, but it's also so pretty. Like, it's not simple in the way that it lacks detail. Like, it's just, I think, really easy to understand symbols. Look at that. So while the Three of Swords is a beautiful card, I would not want to pull the Three of Swords in a reading. Just saying. Zombie deck. Here's the Ten of Cups. So yeah, that is the Simplicity deck. And I think I am just going to open them all and show them to you, and then you can let me know which ones you want me to run. All of the decks, price-wise, are going to be in that like $22 to $28 range, because for a brand new deck. Thank you, Alan. I have my lovely assistant being a good sport. Thank you. Ooh. They have a card called Spiritual Guide in there. That's cool. Okay. All right. So that is the Simplicity Tarot. And then, next up is my Pride Tarot deck. I have carried this for years. It is actually a collaboration deck among many queer artists. I think that each card, like of the 78 cards, are literally 78 different artists. So if you have someone in your life who is part of like the LGBT community, this may be something that, makes them happy. Representation matters, right? So on the back of all the cards, it says love is love. Oh, geez, there it is. Love is love. And then it comes with a nice beefy booklet. So, nice picture of the card, as well as the meaning. Oh, and I just look how pretty that is. If that isn't the Hermit card, I don't know what is. Okay, so oh, so they have a little tribute card um, to someone in the community. Oh. This says see instructions for rainbow spread on page 190 of the booklet. And it says life healing, sunlight, nature, serenity, and spirit. That's cool. I've never opened this deck. I've always carried it, and people have always told me they loved it, but yeah, I'm really glad I got a chance to open it up. So here's the Fool card, right? New beginnings. So, and it even lists the artist at the bottom of the card. So that's cool. This is the Magician. Oh, the High Priestess card. I love that her top looks like a moth. Has such moth vibes. Sorry, I'm all... Oh, there we go. Trying to align it with the camera frame. That's always my thing. Ooh, here's the Empress card. And the Emperor. Oh, they have a card called the Messenger. Oh, there's the Lover's card. Oh, it says an army of lovers cannot lose. That's what their banner says. So, yeah. So that is the Pride Tarot. And I love, again, that each card was created by a specific artist and that they all came together to, make this happen. And again, it comes with a nice, beautiful booklet that's very well bound. So next up is White Sage Tarot. Ooh. So the White Sage Tarot actually comes in a tin instead of a box. Little, metal tin. And look at this little guy. And that's what it looks like on the back. And it's, by US Games. So there we go. And then, of course, it has a nice booklet, which is actually quite thick for the size of the deck. So that is that. And then I'm opening the plastic. Oh, there's a wee scruffy dog as the Fool card. Look at him. Look at the wee scruffy boy. Aww. Ooh, there's the Magician card. So pretty. So yeah, I would say that this art feels simple, but also just very whimsical. I like that the High Priestess is a cat, but the Fool is the dog. Oh, the Empress is a seal. So I'm sensing this is an all animal deck. So if you really enjoy, oh, look at this. So, okay, I got to show you since they came next to each other. The Empress and the Emperor. One's a seal and one's a walrus. Oh my goodness. That is adorable. Thank you, dear. So yeah, the Hierophant is a little deer. Aww. And the lovers are seahorses. Ugh! I can't. Ugh, just so cute. So anyway, like I said, it comes in a tin with its own little booklet. And you are set to go. Okay, next up is the Aquarian Tarot. Oh, and that's what the back looks like. I love the vibrant colors of this deck. I see your little celebratory dude emoji. Okay, so the Aquarian Tarot. Oh, jeez. So it has a booklet, but it is like one of this type. So not as beefy as the others, but it does have instructions on how to do a Celtic cross spread, which is nice. And then I guess that's the only spread that's on here. Nice. But yeah, it does tell you like, the Ace of Pentacles, the 2, the 3. They're just not like super in depth, I guess, as far as the explanation goes. Now, can I fold this up? I can. Look at me doing things. Ooh. Ooh, I'm excited to show that one. Okay. So here is the back of the card. And all of them have this sort of blue and white back. I am not sure what it's supposed to be. Honestly, I think maybe it's just supposed to be abstract, but it kind of looks like mermaid scales, but also like the ocean. It has like water vibes to me. So, but this is the Ace of Pentacles. Look how striking that coloring is. And again, it has a really simplistic design, but still so vibrant and pretty. It has sort of like vintagey vibes to me. Here is the 2 of Pentacles. What is with that like 10-gallon hat? Apparently he's got a lot on his mind. Just saying. All right, let's see here. So there's the Queen of Pentacles. So this art style kind of reminds me of that Tarot for Kids deck, but it also kind of reminds me of like, okay, I don't remember. It's like Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Band, but it was like a music video, but it was like a cartoon and like a movie. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Anyway, this art style reminds me of that, and like the color palette and everything. It totally gives me like funkadelic Beatle vibes. Okay. I'm not the only one who is like having some sort of like flashbacky understanding. So yeah. Oh, there's the Ace of Swords. So pretty. That my mother snapped it over her knee one day. Oh no! Oh no! That's no bueno. Thanks, Ma. Oh, there's the Death card. Honestly, it kind of looks like Voldemort dressed as a Roman soldier. Does anyone else see that? Oh, well, that's it. I listened to a lot of Beatles albums when I was a kid, because my parents had a large album collection, and so I listened to all kinds of stuff as a kid. Yeah. Oh, there's the Fruit card. That's cool. So yeah, I listened to all kinds of music, like the Beatles, and I listened to Pink Floyd, and I listened to Kenny Rogers, and all kinds of things. Steve Miller Band. Thank you, Pippi. I appreciate the validation. Okay, so next up, oh my god, these are so cute. I don't know which one to do first. Okay, I'm going to do this one first. So this is called Familiar Field Oracle. Oh my god, that fox is adorable. And of course, so I do like carrying some decks that look like people, and some that look like animals, some that look like cryptids. I don't think I have any cryptid ones, but yeah, I like the variety. So it comes with a nice bound book, just like that. And I like that. Oh, nice. It gives a nice paragraph about each one. So like, for example, it says the wolf, and the keywords are wildness, leadership, and kinship. It says, with an appetite for freedom, the wolf is untamed and wholeheartedly wild. This historically sacred figure has strong symbolic ties to family, loyalty, friendship, and protection. Let this beautifully wild creature lead you when you are in need of support, and remember the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. Now may be a good time to delegate tasks and place trust in those around you. Like, that's solid. That is a solid paragraph. Hey, Mel! Welcome in. Welcome in. So I'm showing Tarot and Oracle decks right now. So you showed up at a good time. Okay, so here's some of those. Again, this is Familiar Field Oracle, and this is the Ant. And it says unity, teamwork, and burden. And of course, aside from having the keywords here, the keywords are also listed in the book and then have an explanatory paragraph. Well, here's the monkey. Haven't you ever wanted a monkey? Nope. That is a song that has long, long, deep ties in my relationship with my hubby. When we first started dating, we didn't live in the same town. And so he would send me postcards with monkeys on them because of the Bare Naked Ladies song. Yeah. So I like to tell that story. It's one of my favorites. So this is a firefly. Yeah. And then this is what the back of the cards look like. Just this nice color palette, very soothing. It's like some blues and greens and reds. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Betsy. I actually still have the postcards in a box upstairs. I have a little like memory box from when we first started dating. And there's all kinds of little, movie tickets and random stuff. Mm-hmm. It's very well earned, Brookville. Just like. Okay. So, again, that is the Familiar Field Oracle. And for folks just popping in, I am showing all the decks I have, and then I'm just going to run them. And that way folks get a chance to see everything I have. Okay, so the next up is the Radiant Rider-Waite. There should be another Rider-Waite here, but maybe not. Maybe I just got this one. I thought I also got the regular yellow, but maybe I didn't. Okay, just double checking. So, again, this is the Rider, like the standard Rider-Waite. Well, the OG yellow deck. That's what I refer to it as. Is the OG yellow deck. Has a little more older art, I guess. This is the sort of revamped version of that original Rider-Waite art, and so it's called the Radiant Rider-Waite. So as you can see, the lines are much more clearer, the colors more vibrant, and you can really see all the details. Where the original deck, I think, was mostly just yellow and black, if I'm remembering. It was not my favorite. I got rid of my OG deck as fast as I could. Because I was like, I don't know why anyone reads with this. But this deck is gorgeous. And yeah. So, this is actually one of my favorite cards of the original Rider-Waite art. The, what is it, the Five of Wands? Just like a bunch of dudes out there beating each other with sticks. Why are they beating each other with sticks? I don't know. Maybe they insulted each other's sisters, for all I know. So that is the Four of Wands. Let's see here. Let's get some cups. Ooh, here's the Knight of Cups. Ooh. Ten of Cups, a very good card. That is completion, right? Your dreams coming true and everything lining up to, make things, things are happening. That's what the Ten of Cups is. So, this is the Seven of Cups. I am not sure why the cup in the middle has a lady with a bag on her head. I assume that is a lady with a bag on her head. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Also, I think there's the severed head of Medusa next to it. Does anyone have insight on this? Oh, maybe it's a veil. I mean, a veil makes sense. A veil makes sense. I bet it's supposed to be sort of like the Virgin Mary, right? It has that same kind of art iconography, where she's often depicted as having. Could relate to illusions? Yeah. Well, cups are all of those emotions, and so since it has like a dragon, a skull on one, a pile of gold, so I think that this is related to you know emotions, or related to feelings about things. So let's see what the booklet says about the Seven of Cups. Seven King Knight page 10, 7. So it says, strange chalices of vision. It says divinatory meanings, fairy favors, images of reflection, imagination, sentiment, things seen in the glass of contemplation, some attainment of these degrees, but nothing permanent or substantial is suggested. Okay. So, like, you were right. Like, it is totally related to, like, the illusions, perhaps, that we have in our life. Could be illusions of worth, right? So, like, this card, it has like a chalice full of gold and jewels. So, like, it's an illusion that these things have worth, where maybe some other things have greater value. Maybe it's worth versus value. That's really interesting. I sit around and think about this stuff all the time. So, anyways, that is what the Radiant Rider Weight deck, not Rider Wet, Rider Weight. Awesome. Also, the one thing I like about this vendor is that it always uses packing peanuts, and I started using packing peanuts when I ship orders. But the packing peanuts always smell like incense, so you're gonna have some really nice smelling boxes when you get them. Just saying. Okay, so that was the Radiant Rider Weight. That is hard to say. Just saying. Okay, so this next one is called Trinity Tarot. And this too has a little booklet. Here it is. And let's see, how does this booklet? Oh, so this booklet is actually like a fold out guide thingy. So oh yeah, so it has it broken down by the suits, which makes sense. Major Arcana is on the back. Oh, here we go. And then it suggests there's some instruction. Oh, let's see here, for like a 3-card spread. And then this is all the cards broken up by the suits. So, booklet. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, so first of all, the inside of the box has a cool little like thing from the artist. And then on the back side, it has a butterfly. Oh my, I kind of want that as a tattoo. I'm just saying. All right, so that is the back of the deck, like what the back of the cards look like. And then, I like that these are square. I do not see square cards that often. So here is the Crown of Pentacles, which I'm guessing is probably the king in this case. Let's see here. Is the next, what's an Ace of Cups? So yeah, I would think that that's the king. And then Keeper must be the queen. Here's the Keeper of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. I kind of dig this a lot. And this is the Knight. So that was a queen. That's the Knight. And then that is the Page. Right? New Beginnings. Here's the Fool card. So pretty. I love this. I like that it looks so modern and like simple, but also like really sort of witchy and funky. I dig it. The Revealer. I wonder if that's supposed to be the Empress, the Revealer. Oh, well, then there's the Nurturer. So they have some different words for their major arcana, but I am sure that they will explain it in the booklet. Let me just, yeah. So, and then there's the Defender. So let me see here. I want to look at the major arcanas. Yeah, so the revealer is the high priestess, the nurturer is the empress, and the defender is the emperor, and the proclaimer is the hierophant. And then all the other ones follow the same thing, like lovers, chariot, strength, hermit, wheel, fortune, justice. And then hanged man is called the hanged one. That's the only difference. And then there's the death and temperance cards. Yeah. So all of the other ones, but they do list like what those names translate to in their deck. So there is that. So yeah, I don't know. What do y'all think about this deck? I think it's just really cool, I think. Again, it has, you know, representation of folks of different colors, which is also fantastic, but it's also um like generic enough that it'd be good for kids. Although I think they would need a little more of a beefy booklet, but you know, of the pieces that we saw today, I think, oh, this is that Seven of Cups again. I like that the instead of the lady with a veil, it is like a hollow, like what do you call it? Masquerade mask as that representation. And there's the Apprentice of Cups. Have tarot deck with written angel messages. You know, kinda, yeah. Okay, so it's not specifically an angel deck, but it's not an angel deck. Okay, hang on a second. I will get it out and explain and or show and tell. It'll be show and tell. Um, okay, I still have two other decks I haven't shown. I'm looking for that one at the bottom with the white box, the white light oracle. So the first one I showed earlier was the white light oracle, and so this one again has a booklet, but it really just tells you how to do like read spreads and stuff because the cards themselves have the thing on them, but that so words words are hard. So this has like Ishtar's Lion Gate, and then on the back it tells you like what that means, you know, like how to apply it. Here is the karma of Cthulhu. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, and then there is the thing on the back. Thank you, dear. Yeah, so I have that. This is the Ivory Wish Fulfilling Crow. That's pretty. Okay, so I have that. But then I also have the Sacred Rebels Oracle, which I think also have writing on them. Don't quote me on that. Yes, they do. Okay, so it has a little paper sleeve. Okay, so this one says like after the storm on the one side, but on the back it has a little write up of that. So are either of these something you're interested in, Elizabeth? Here we go. Trying to like show the art. That's not a. What am I looking at? That's totally a butt. I love it. So this is actually the cover art on the box. Releasing allegiances. Diving for light. Every journey starts with a single step. And then again, even though it has the writing on the front, it does have a full write up on the back. So more towards a deck with direct angel messages rather than explanation of the cards. Oh, oh okay. Yeah, I don't typically carry angel specific things. But yeah, it's always good to check. But yeah. Oh, hey, tattoos. It's good to have you in. Okay. So yeah, and like I said, it has a booklet. Oh, that's nice. It gives you like, meditation and journaling and altars and about just like trusting yourself and intuition. So it's a very thin book. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you love it. Awesome. Okay, so I gotta find the top for my bottom. There it is. Oh, and this one is another one that has a bonus card that says, Love Sacred Magic is my path and purpose. Look how pretty that is. So yeah. That again was the Sacred Rebels Oracle, the one that I was just showing. And then I showed the White Light Oracle again for folks. And put these back correctly-ish. Okay. And yeah, so the White Light Tarot. Box and book. There we go. And then the last deck I have that I'm going to show is called, Totem Guardians. And it's an Oracle deck. I tried to get a good balance of Oracle and Tarot to appeal to whomever. And then again, it has this really nice bound book. And yeah, I like that it includes a picture of the card as well as, a nice hefty description of the card. So each card has like 1 to 2 pages of description. So yeah. I'm going to show you what the cards look like. So this is what the backs of the cards look like. Oh geez. Right, because these cards don't have the explanations on them, so they're all going to have the same backs. But look at this. Isn't she sweet? It says Hummingbird Lightness of Being. Such beautiful art. Ugh. Secretary Bird. Oh. Yeah, and again, this deck is called Animal Totem. Yeah, Totem Guardians Oracle deck. Yeah, Totem Guardians. So all of them are going to be a little, what is it called? Anthropomorphic. They look a little animal, a little human. Oh. It says Comet Moth Shadow Work. Ooh, a shadow work card. She looks like she needs some shadow work. There's a ferret and it says royalty. Oh my goodness. I am really digging. What is her name? What is her name? What is Star Wars? Help me here. Leia. But it also kind of looks like, what's the other one? The one that married Anakin and had the babies. Padme. That's who I'm thinking of. She reminds me of Padme. Yeah, I really love this. Here's reindeer, and it says worthy on it. Oh my goodness. It's a bumble sheep. Oh my god. I did not know I needed a bumble sheep in my life, but I kind of do. Look at that sweet baby. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here's dolphin. So yeah. And ladybird. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh, here's nightingale. I love that. Oh, so good. They have a whale. Oh, geez, whale. And a frog. Look at all his little frog friends. Oh. And yeah, that's my alter ego, Goat. Yeah, well, an Oracle deck wouldn't have a death card uh, traditionally, but let me see. Self-talk, family beliefs, patience, cycles. I mean, cycles is kind of a death card, I would think. And it's a zebra. My goodness, I'm drunk driving again. I don't know which way to turn the card. There we go. Oh, sure, sure. But I would say that this is likely their version of a death card, the cycles card, because death is a cycle. So, but yeah, yeah. I'm actually a big fan of the unicorn card. My goodness. Okay, folks. So you've seen all the decks. Wanting my spirit animal to find me instead of me just choosing one. I like this last deck. How do you feel about that deck or the familiar deck? Oh, geez. You know, I think if you are looking, I feel okay. So yes, there's the Totem Guardians, which is an excellent um called. Oh yeah, yes, I love the Season of the Witch Oracle. Um, so the three decks that I would say that are spirit animal aligned are the Totem Guardians, which is the one I just showed, and then this is that familiar field with the little fox. But then I also had the White Sage tarot, so two oracles and a tarot. Right? Okay, so you're a bumble sheep, and I get that because yeah, I'm a bumble sheep too. My goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna run the Totem Guardians, which has Bumble Sheep in it. Bumblebee Tuna. What is that from? Oh my god, that's a line from a movie. It just popped in my head. I have all these random sound clips that exist rent free. Bumble Squirrel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Totem Guardians. Totem Guardians. Okay, so that is going to be a 20 $2 deck. So 22. Let me just get that edited for you. 22. And that should be fine. Confirm. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so Totem Guardians is running right now. I'm showing it to the wrong screen. My goodness. And this is the one with the bumble sheep. But yeah, if there are other decks that I showed that folks want me to run, please let me know. I can also go through some of the earlier ones that I showed that folks may have missed. Yeah, awesome. It looks like Rosie's snagging this. Can you put this on the Rosie cork tab, please? Thank you, Rosie. You're fantastic, dear. Okay. Yeah, I really try to give folks a good price for things because I think that they should be accessible. Okay. Hooray! Yeah, I think Bumble Sheep and you are going to be besties. Awesome. Okay, so I am going to move forward. If I don't have any requests for other decks to be seen again, also if folks are looking for a tarot deck or like a certain kind of tarot or oracle deck, let me know and I can show you again. So next up, I have got a whole bunch of beautiful journals / grimoires / book of shadow, really whatever you call it. And so here is my first one. And I have this. So this is a hardcover. It's a hardcover, beautiful owl, and it's bound. So this is hand bound, and it has a button with an elastic closure. And the paper inside is like, you know, decorated with the same like sort of rainbow owl. And it's not lined, so you could use it as a sketchbook if you wanted. And this paper is actually handmade paper. This is a hand-bound journal. So very high quality, very gorgeous work. And you can tell that a lot of time went into creating it. So yeah, and I have a few of this style. And so these hardcover journals, let's see here, are going to run. Actually, I think I pre-figured this out. All my journals are going to run for $14. So if Owl is calling to you, let me know and I can run him. Otherwise, I will show you my other journal friend. So next up is this 7 chakra journal. So again, it is hardcover and it's kept closed with a button and an elastic. Like that. And then the side is protected with, some beautiful coloring, like beautifully colored paper. And the paper inside again, what are these called? Signatures. So each little packet in when books are bound, this is called a signature, one little chunk. I have some book binding experience because of course I do. So anyway, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 signatures in it. And yeah. And like I said, it's all handmade paper. It's unlined, so you can draw on it if you want. If you are more of a doodle journaler, people always tell me, I always want to get into journaling, but like, I just can't make the time, or like, it's hard to put my thoughts and feelings into words. And I'm like, do yourself a break, do yourself a solid. Give yourself a break. That's what I meant. And try doodle journaling or scrapbook journaling. Maybe you find a sticker that says like, I don't know, today sucks, and it's a picture of a vacuum, right? And you're like, yeah, that is correct. These are 5x7 for page or for scale. So thank you, Muggsy. Yeah. Art journaling is a valid technique, and it's really helpful if you are not a words person or if you just find words too overwhelming, and doodling can be a good way to do that. So anyways, that is this journal. Set right here. Okay, so the next up, is the King Tut journal. So if you are into Egyptian path, this is the one for you. Again, it's a hardcover. It has this elastic and button closure, and then it has the handmade paper on the inside. It has 6 signatures, which is handy if you're also like, maybe you're trying to create your own grimoire, and the 6 different sections could be like, maybe one is crystals, one is herbs, maybe one is a tarot journal, because that's tarot journaling is a totally, valid thing. Yeah. So, and for me, I always have a bunch of these journals hanging around because I like to pop them in my purse. It's a good size if you have sort of a larger purse to just like put in there, so you could jot down thoughts that you have about like maybe a spell or a ritual you might want to do later. So yeah. All right. Next up is this very like hippy dippy, like, I don't know, sort of tie-dye mandala. Is that the word? Mandala. Yeah. Again, it's a hardcover, and the binding is beautifully covered, right? So that way it also gives the pages a little more stability and a little more character. So here's what it looks like on the inside. And again, the 6 signatures with the unlined paper, and this is handmade paper. It's a hand-bound book. Yeah. So that is what this one looks like. Okay. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This has that sort of like southwesty vibe. It's called Moon Phase. That's what. There you go. And there's the back, and then the binding. So beautiful. And of course, the button closure with an elastic, and then the unlined handmade paper. There we go. I think I might have two of that style. Oh no, not two of that style. Oh, I think I got that confused with something else. That's okay. But I think I have one of every kind, like one of every style. So, all right. So next up, here. I guess, is this Hamza journal. And so the Hamza is a protective symbol. Sometimes it's also called the Hand of Fatima. I actually have this as a tattoo on my ankle because I like to have my protection everywhere. And as you can see, it has a little like eye on it, right? And the thought is that the evil eye protects from, you know, people sending crappy things your way. So it's kind of a cool thing to have as a journal. And then again, it's unlined and it is handmade paper with that hardback cover. Okay. Oh, this is the one I had two of. Here we go. Okay. So next up is this like tie-dye pentacle journal. And again, elastic. And very, same thing. Handmade paper, 6 signatures. And again, I have 2 of them. So then, oh yeah, that's a cool thing. Yeah, I've done my own like journal making before, and it's a lot of fun. Sure. So then I have this guy, this is the Green Man. And again with the button elastic. All right. And then the 6 signatures. Okay. And then this is similar to the other pentacle one I showed, but it has the triple moon instead. There we go. And it has the elastic closure and the button. Yeah, it is pretty. When I pick things out, I pick things that I like, and I love rainbow everything. And like, give me all the color. Okay, so that is the last of those type. And then I have one new leather-bound journal, and that's this one. And it has this like swing. This is a metal, like brass closure, and so it swings into that loop. And then when you swing it open, it has a little flap, just like that. And then it swings open. And it has a little tissue paper sort of protecting the paper. But this, again, is also handmade paper. Yeah. Oh, cool. That's awesome, Pippi. Oh, and then, okay, so it has the Tree of Life with a lot of like, this is sort of like a Celtic goddess kind of morphing with the Tree of Life symbol. And then on the back, it says Dream Keeper. Yeah, it's a really pretty journal. So again, those are all my new journals. They are $14 a piece. If there is one that you would like me to run right away, I can do that. Yeah, just let me know. I don't think I promoted the show, and so I'm not getting the traffic I normally get. It's probably because I had some boosts. So, okay. Is there anything of that stuff that you guys want me to show again? Because I have a whole ton of... I need one of those Oracle decks. Oh, sure. That makes sense. Yeah. But otherwise, I will have them available for Weirdo Wednesday as well, when I will probably show them to folks again, because I want to find these items home, right? A home. Okay. So I normally do a show Wednesday nights at 7. Can I get a deal on Real Sorcery and Cord Magic? Well, I do already have them reduced in price, and they are new books. What kind of deal are you asking for? Smide one. Smitty one? Sorry, as I just keep repeating your name. Yeah. What do I have them listed for? So let's see here. Real Sorcery, I have listed at 16, and Cord Magic, I've listed at 15. I mean, I think the best I could do for both is 28. But like I said, I already took some off of the actual listing price that they retail at. So, yeah. So I guess just let me know if you would like that Smite one. Are they first printing? Let me see. I saw that. Core Magic Real Sorcery. So here's the... Oh, geez. There's the Cord Magic book. And... It's the third printing. So this is the third printing of Cord Magic. And then Real Sorcery. So I think this is the first edition by this publisher for Real Sorcery, because while there is a copyright date for 2009, I think that that publication date is for a previous printer, and this one is Red Wheel Wiser, and it says this edition first published in 2023. So reviewers may quote brief passages previously published in 2009 as The Sorcerer's Secret. So this book had a different name when it printed in 2009. And when it was printed in 2023, it was printed for the first time under this name. So hopefully that answers your question. So yeah. If you want me to create a special listing for both books, otherwise you could just buy them both off of my bin. Yeah. So, There's the hair back. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm gonna try this. There. I was able to run a promotion from my phone, which is great. So, yeah. Have you made a decision, Juan? Otherwise, I'm just going to move on to my next thing, which are crystals. So, I guess, yeah, hand me whatever you got. All right, so first up in crystals is an orange selenite palm stone. And so the orange selenite palm stones are going to start at $5, which is an excellent price for a stone this size. So here's what it looks like in the package. And it is just the most beautiful sunny orange color. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I am in love. Orange selenite is actually I actually prefer orange selenite over white selenite, but I do also have some white selenite. Because this vendor that I shop with, that I've shopped with for a long time, they always have just the most beautiful selenite. Has great clarity. It's always cut and polished really well. So, yeah. All right. So let's get this orange selenite palm stone running. Here we go. Oh, jeez. Forgot to hit start. Okay. And this is what's running right now is the orange selenite. Which is gorgeous. There we go. And for folks popping in, I have a bunch of tarot and oracle decks, as well as a bunch of beautiful handbound journals. I have crystals I'm showing now, but let me know what you'd like to see. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look at that. Oh, these are all okay. So I have 3 orange selenite palm stones. I was actually going to look up what orange selenite is good for. Jeez, here we go. Orange selenite meaning. Okay. So it says orange selenite, which is this guy, grounds high frequency energy, bridging the physical and spiritual by combining white selenite's clarity with hematite's earthy vibration, boosting creativity, confidence, and promoting joy, releasing fear, and fostering a positive, warm, and energized atmosphere. So, yeah. So this is selenite that grew with hematite, which is why it has this orangey color. So, and hematite, super grounding and protective. So you kind of get that benefit when you utilize the orange selenite as well. So if folks would like me to run this again, just let me know. Otherwise, let's see here. I also have white selenite. And the thing I like about white selenite is that it is the stone that charges and clears other stones that doesn't need to be charged itself. So oh my goodness, look how gorgeous and satiny this is. It's so beautiful. So again, this is natural selenite as a palm stone. And I am running this for $5. So if you are interested, I'm running there right now. Oh, Rosie's in it. Oh, I love that flash. So pretty. And I only have a couple of these, so if you're particularly in love, it is so flashy. That's what I'm saying. Like this specific crystal people that I get from, well, I buy all my stuff from them, like journals and all the other stuff I had today, but they they always have this kind of quality selenite for me. So awesome. Well, I am gonna put this piece aside for you, Rosie. I had a bag. Oh, you have it. So that's for Rosie Quirk. Okay. And then what is this? That's orange. Okay. I have 2 more selenite palms that I'm gonna run for 5. So, oh, this is orange. That's orange. This is either way. Okay. I'm trying to find. That's orange. Oh, lots of orange. Okay. Rosie. Yes. Thank you. Okay. So next up, another selenite palm. There. And this is this flashy babe. And I mean, look how huge. I mean, this is a big palm stone. Like they were not kidding. It fits my whole palm. So I'm going to run both books for 20. No, I can't go that low. The best I can do is 28. So, okay, so I'm gonna run this palm stone. So if anyone would like this gorgeous selenite, she's running right now for $5. And again, I mean, it is a hefty piece. And the clarity and the shine is just gorgeous. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look. Okay, I do have some other orange selenite palms that I'm going to show in case there's a particular one that you're in love with. So again, orange selenite is selenite that grew with hematite. Okay, here we go. Someone bought this palmistry book. I just don't have the name on me. Okay, so here's another orange selenite. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but there is this gorgeous like crackle pattern inside. Yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit now. So it really catches the light and like creates this gorgeous like these little rainbows in it. So yeah. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna run this. Bloop. Okay. So that is for the orange selenite palm stone. And again, orange selenite bridges the physical and spiritual by combining white selenite's clarity with hematite's earthy vibration, boosting creativity, confidence, promoting joy, releasing fear, and fostering a positive, warm, and energized atmosphere. So if any of that resonates with you, this may be the stone for you. Okay. And also, I do have a ton of stuff in the bin, folks. So if anything like that resonates with you, just let me know. I showed this one already. Okay, and then another orange palm. This one is probably the biggest one yet. And look at that. Ooh, that's cool. You can really see some of the like cool inclusions in there. Love it. Okay, so I'm gonna give this one a run. And there we go. And just to let folks know, I did decide to offer priority for this show because I realized some of the things can be kind of heavy. And so you'll just do one flat rate shipping, max of $9.21. So yeah, I realized having rocks and decks and books and things can get quite hefty. So okay, thanks for taking a look. All right. So I think yeah, all these should be that. All right, so the next up, I have some beautiful towers and I have some wands, like crystal selenite wands that I'm going to show, which I'm very excited about. I used to carry these all the time, and they're such a big hit. Okay, and so let's see here. I'm trying to find it in my list. Oh, I think this is a tower. Okay. So these are going to be $15, but look how big it is. These are 7-inch towers, and it has a little protective booper at the top so the tip doesn't get chipped in shipping, but it's also etched with the tree of life. Look how beautiful that is, and just the clarity, and I don't know, I just dig it. I love the vibe. Just holding it makes my heart feel happy. It's just this intense, like powerful, like white light energy. It's pretty amazing. So I am going to change this to 15 and confirm. Okay, and I'm going to run this auction. So if you're interested in a 7-inch selenite tower that is etched with the tree of life, this is the one for you. Oh, yeah. And again, the tip is protected. So when you get it, you don't have to worry about the chipping because selenite can be quite delicate. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look. Yeah. I know. Like, I really showed up for y'all today. Like, I was like so excited to show everyone. I'm like, I'm just going to skip right over and spill the beans before my regularly scheduled show. So I'm super excited to show you, and I'm glad that you came to at least take a look. And then here's the second one that's in that set. I think I have 4 of these total. So, right? Oh, I hear you. I hear you. I also tend to pop into other folks' shows and shop when my shipping, like when my sales come in. So, okay. All right. So, and then here are the other 2 awesome selenite towers. So I got this one, and then I have this one as well. There. So, I think I'll run this again for folks popping in case you missed the first time. Okay, so I'm running the auction for these selenite towers that have the tree of life and like some Celtic designs etched into them. And so, oh, good for you. Well, congratulations, Pippi. I am excited for you. Okay. Again, I have 4 of these total. So, okay. Well, thanks for taking a look. And get those wrapped back up. Could you hand me the wands. Here's the second one. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Right? That's awesome. Okay, so get these open. These are selenite chakra wands. So for folks who may be like Reiki healers, this would be really awesome to integrate into your practice if you haven't already. So again, is a slab of selenite. It is and it's smoothed, and then they etched the 7 energy center symbols into it with their corresponding color. And these I'm going to run. Let's see here. For $8. So I'm gonna edit this.
It's a 2-pack.
Yep. And I have to agree, Pippi. I really appreciate everyone that I've met. There's just been some great characters, and I enjoy that. It's been fun sort of building my community. So, okay. So, for folks who may be interested in the selenite wand, I am running it right now for $8, which is a steal, honestly. And it is about a ½ inch thick slab, and it's smooth, right? All the edges are smooth. There's no rough spaces. So this would be great to use as a wand. If you're a wand user to like direct energy, it'd be good to like use during a Reiki or energy healing session to move energy. So yeah. Okay. Well, oh, okay. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm glad I was helpful. Okay. So I'll put these away for now. Okay. How do you guys feel about cauldrons? Because I also got in a small batch of cauldrons, and I am gonna sell them for $18. And they are cast iron, and they're big, and they are stuck in the box. Oh, okay. They put them in such thick cardboard boxes to support them, and then that just makes it harder for me to get it out. So this is the cauldron. It has the chakra symbols on the outside. So again, those are the energy centers. But look how big this is on the inside. I mean, I could fit my whole fist in there and have room. So yeah, they do package things really well. I don't have a problem with their inventory reaching me, thankfully. So this has a handle, and of course it has the 3 little feet, and it is cast iron. I would say that this thing alone probably weighs a pound and a half. And yeah, I'm going to run this for 18, which is honestly a steal for a cauldron this size. Confirm. Okay. Oh, edit. I need to make sure that the weight is correct because this is a hefty boy. So this is 1 to 2 pounds. Confirm. And product action start auction. Okay. So again, this auction is for a cauldron. And this, like I said, the little golden symbols around the outside are the chakra symbols, right? The energy centers that govern our body. And it has the 3 feet on the bottom and then a little handle. And, I mean, you could fit, my fist fits in this thing and still has room to wiggle. So, it's a very large vessel. So, okay. Well, I guess I will put this away. And maybe one of the selenite bowls when you have a chance. I have some selenite bowls to show. Okay. I guess I only got one. So I like selenite bowls. The same reason I like selenite is that you can use it for a charging plate. I know I've spoken to you guys. Run it again. Run it again. Run the cauldron again. Okay. Okay. So I will run this cauldron again for 18. Start auction. And there you go. It is up one. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Well, I appreciate the bid, Juan. And for folks joining, I do have 2 more of these. So if you also want to snag this large cauldron, okay. Well, like I said, Juan, I would gladly do 28, but that is as low as I can go. So if that's fine, then I can run it for 28. But at $10 a piece, I mean, I would be selling it to you for less than I paid for it, and I refuse to do that. So I don't mean to be rude, I just am being honest. So, okay. Okay. And then that, and this. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for popping in, Pippi. You have a wonderful night. Um, no, 28 is the best I can do because these books. So right now I have one listed at 15 and the other at 16, but they normally sell for $17.99 and $18.95. Like that's the MSRP that was set by the book dealer I bought them from, which is one's Red Wheel Weiser and the other is Llewellyn. So at 16 and 15, you're still saving like, $4 or $5. So, um, yeah. So next up, I'm going to show this orange selenite bowl. And this I'm going to run at, let me see, what do I, selenite bowl. So I'm going to run this at 15. Edit item, 15. Absolutely. Just being honest and being clear about my boundaries, Juan, and I appreciate you coming in and like checking out my inventory. So, okay. So again, this is a bowl made, and I don't know if you can't really tell, but like, it's a bowl. You know what a bowl is. Carved out of a solid piece of orange selenite. And I know I've spoken about charging plates before, and this is kind of like a charging plate that doesn't need anything else because, like I said, hematite is very grounding. It's very protective. And The selenite is very charging, so you can charge and ground and do everything you need with one handy thing. So you put your jewelry in here, you could put your other crystals in here, and just know that they are grounded and protected and blessed and all the good things. So that's what I love about using selenite bowls for that, for charging plates and ground, cleansing plates, if you will. So I only have one of these, so I'm going to run it today for 15. And I think, what is the diameter? It's a 4-inch diameter, so 4 inches across. And this too has that same kind of like inclusion, sort of crackly look. And I think that, you know, I love the sheen on it too. It is so pretty. Oh, Rosie won. Thank you, Rosie. You're so fabulous. Okay. All right. So, that aside. I know, but it's like, it's the only one. And it was really kind of like a trial to see if folks would be into it. So I am very excited that you were the one to get it, Rosie. It apparently was calling to you. Um, okay, so next up, I'm going to. Oh, actually, I do have. So I have one other, like, okay, so it's 24 by 24 inches, and it's an altar cloth, but you can also use it with your tarot decks, um, or oracle decks, whatever, when you're doing readings. And again, it is black, and it's gold and silver, and it's a heavy sort of like, um, sort of a heavy canvas fabric. And this is what it looks like. Boy, hopefully you can see that okay. I feel like I can never get far enough away from my camera. Boy. Okay. And again, it's 2 feet by 2 feet, so you know. I understand, McBetsy. Okay, so this cloth. Let's see, where are you on here? Mm-hmm. Oh, here you are. So this, I'm gonna run for $8. Oh, geez. Sure. Well, you're in Iowa, right, Betsy? Or are they? Is in Minnesota? I thought you were in the Midwest with me. Oh, you're North Carolina. Oh, different kind of storm. Although I thought you guys were also going to get like nasty weather, like snow. We're just at like 45 below zero here, which is nothing to sniff at. But yeah, I totally understand the need for that because I did that yesterday with hubby. We went and got groceries, and I was like, we're not leaving our house. Yeah, yeah. And we just got a bunch of snow too. Ugh. Okay, so I am going to run this altar cloth for $8. Again, it has the triple moon. It is 2 feet by 2 feet. Yep. Oh, looks like Juan's winning. Very nice. Yeah, and I have two of these available. So if someone else has their eye on it, I will run that again. So you have a chance to get one. Okay. Thank you, Juan. I will set this one aside for you. And then I will run the second one for anyone that may be interested. And again, it has It has the triple moon. It's in gold and silver and black. And it is 2 feet by 2 feet. With like that cool like Celtic design. I'm trying to like show it close enough but also far enough away. But you get it. You get it. And start auction. Maybe. Oh. I'm confused. Product. Start. And start. Great. Okay, so the second altar cloth is running for $8 in case anyone is interested. Mhm. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look. Okay, so this one. And go back on the rights. Okay. So for folks who popped in, again, I do have a bunch of tarot decks. I might just run through them again in case anyone sees a deck that they're interested in. Oh, sure. No, I understand. That's totally fine, Rosie. Yeah, and I did also have. Can you show him one of the other cloths that had like the 3 cards on them? It was black. Oh, I got him. Never mind. Sorry. So this is an 18 by 18. Please do. Oh, yes, I will run the decks. With the decks, I also have. This is an 18 by 18. It's upside down, isn't it? There it is. So it is a 3-card, pull mat. So for folks who are learning spreads, this may be really good for you. And that way you have a really clear idea of like what was this card pulled for. Because I know that when I was learning, I got distracted easily. So, okay. So I will run this mat. Let's see what I have on that. Okay, so this one I am going to run for $8 as well. Start auction. So if anyone wants to snag one of these 3-card pull mats, I have that running right now. And then afterwards, I'm going to run tarot and oracle decks. Oh, you can hear my music. Oh, good. Thank you. Let me know if it's too loud. I don't know what the level is on the video. So, okay. Oh, good. Great. Okay, so decks. All right, and if there's one that you like, I can open it up and show a couple. I did already open all of these today when I showed them earlier. But all my decks have either a pamphlet or a bound booklet that that tells about the deck. So this first one is called Trinity Tarot. That's what the box looks like. These are square cards, and they come with a little pamphlet that opens up like this. And it has all of the suits on one side and like talks about what they're for. And then on the back, it gives instruction for like a 3-card reading and has all the major arcana. And then talks about a bit about the creator of the deck. And so this is what the back of the cards look like. Again, I don't see square decks that often, so I just find this really appealing. And then it has a very simplistic art style. So that's what these look like. There we go. So that is, again, Trinity Tarot. If you're interested in this deck, I can run it. Just let me know. And then I'm going to move on to the next deck, which is Simplicity Tarot. That's this one. And the thing I like about this deck is that it has people of color, people of all colors in it, and not just, white people, which I found really annoying about some of the earlier decks I was coming across. So this has that bound book, like I said, and it gives you some nice direction about, reading the cards, and the, it has the upright and reverse meanings. So you can see that here. And, and the Simplicity deck is golden along the sides of the cards, which is very pretty. And this is what the backs look like. And then I could pull a few cards and show you what the art style is like. It's very pretty, very serene. I love the sort of watercolor feel. Oh, the Ace of Swords, so pretty. There's an Ace of Coins. So if you like this deck, I can run it for you. My decks run between $20 and $28. So just to give you an idea. How many decks do I work with? When I do card readings, I use 4 decks at a time. I use 1 tarot, 1 oracle, 1 affirmation, which is actually a Kuan Yin deck. And then I have one that I call my homework deck, which is actually not a tarot, oracle, or affirmation deck. It's a totally different beastie. And I bought it during COVID. It was actually a birthday gift for my husband. But anyways, it's called the Side Quest deck. And so they're like little activities that you can do to like get yourself out of a funk or to like help reframe your mind. And so, yeah, I use that because ultimately, like, the message that people are supposed to receive will come through whatever deck you use. So, but I also believe in picking a deck that resonates with you, which is why there's so many different art styles. So what was the second deck you showed? The second deck I showed was this one, the Simplicity Tarot. And so that was the one that had the booklet and then had the pink backs. But I have probably a dozen decks with me right now to show. And then that's the art style. So. All right, so next up, this is the White Light Oracle. And so, again, this is an oracle deck. And the nice thing about this deck is that, each card has its own art on the front. Let's see here. I'm trying to show here we go. Has its own art on the front. And then on the back has the full explanation of that card. So the booklet is basically just to tell you about, hey, Cosmic Mander, is basically to tell you about how to use the deck and less about reading. You're not going to find the explanations of the cards because they're all right on the card itself, which is really helpful to folks. So that is this deck. And then, oh yeah, I have those on correctly. And I like that this deck also has a bonus card that is not, it doesn't have an explanation. It's just a bonus front card. And it says, the light within is guiding me safely, wisely, and bravely. Look how pretty that is. Love it. And so then again, that has its little booklet. And I think there's even like a spread in here. Yeah. So there, it even has like how to do a spread with it, which is nice. So then next up, oh, thank you. I have Tarot for Kids. And so this is a very beefy deck. As you can see, it is very large compared to some of the other ones I've shown. But the artwork is gorgeous, and it's actually meant for kids. Like, so if you have a young person in your life who's interested in tarot, like learning how to read it, it comes with a nice bound booklet, and you know, has some nice explanations on the inside. And I like that, it has the upright and the reverse, and it leaves them with a question. So like the Four of Cups, it says sometimes not much is happening. And when you see the Four of Cups, it can mean you're bored. It could also indicate that you have a few choices regarding a current situation, but they stink. Be patient and try to make the best out of circumstances, even if it's not your cup of tea. And then it gives like a question, like, what do you find boring? So I think that's kind of cool, right? And the artwork is very pretty. It's simple, but it has just like a very appealing, like, cartoon animation. And there's like 8 of Cups. So yeah. And I mean, and the backs of them are beautiful. And the box itself says tarot is a great resource for decision making, creative thinking, learning to trust your intuition, and so much more. Plus, it's a lot of fun. Kids will love learning to read tarot on their own or with their friends. Tarot for Kids includes 78 beautifully illustrated cards plus a 96-page guidebook that includes a brief history of tarot, the meaning of the cards, and how to perform readings. So, yeah. All right. So again, that was Tarot for Kids. And if you're interested in any of these decks I'm showing, please let me know, and I will run them in the auction tab. There we go. Ooh. There we go. And it's a snug box. Okay, so then I have, this is Familiar Field Oracle. And so this oracle is all animals. So if you're into, maybe trying to figure out your spirit animal, your totem animal, this could be a good way to maybe start figuring out who that is for you. But it has a nice bound booklet that comes with it. And this is the art on the backs of the cards. And then there's the front. So it has a beautiful animal picture, and then it shows like the significant words or keywords, what I like to say. So it says magnificence, compassion, and history. But then in the book, it gives a more in-depth, like, explanation for the thing. So yeah, so you'll see like the power words, and then I'll have a paragraph underneath. So yeah, there's the wolf in this deck, and the flamingo. So yeah. Again, if you're interested in this deck, it is the Familiar Field Oracle, and I can run it right now if you would like. The Familiar Field Oracle would run for $22. So, yeah. So next up, I have the Deviant Moon Tarot. Here's what one of the cards looks like. And you can see it has sort of this funky, almost sort of cubism kind of look. And this also comes with a pamphlet. This one's actually stapled though, so it's a little beefier than that other deck. So yeah. And I think it includes the reversed and upright meetings. So if you are into that, yeah, so that's what the backs of the deck look like. And this is what the front of the deck, like what one of the cards look like. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, honestly, I don't know why dragons aren't in the pentacles more often, because it's totally a dragon suit. And that is Ace of Wands. Oh. So I don't know if you can tell, but her face is actually a crescent moon with like a dark moon other half. And then has like little fairy wings. It's really complex. I dig it. I also like that it's like pea in a pod kind of baby thing. Anyway. So that is Deviant Moon Tarot. Okay. Bloop. Next I have Tarot of the Moon Garden. And let me know if you want to see like Oracle or Tarot, because I do have some. Do I have Oracle left? I have one Oracle that I haven't shown yet this second time. So, Tarot of the Moon Garden has a stapled little pamphlet, and this is what the backs of the cards look like. So very whimsical. And then this is what the art on the front looks like. Here's the moon. Let's see there. This is the lovers. Are you saving the best for last? I don't know. I guess I think all of them are good. I guess it depends on what your vibe is. Yeah. When I choose the decks for my shows or for inventory, I pick ones that I enjoy the imagery of. So really, I think all of them are the best. But yeah, I do have an updated version of the Rider-Waite deck. So if you are a Rider-Waite purist, this is that deck, but the art has been improved upon. So it. Thank you, Rosie. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing about picking a deck is you got to pick what resonates with you. Not everything is going to resonate with everyone, and that's why there's so many different varieties. Um, so yeah, this Rider-Waite has a booklet that does give a description of what the individual cards mean. The backs of them have this cool celestial vibe, and then this is what the updated art style looks like. So I think that it has a much more distinctive look, and you know, has really nice coloring, and the lines are really crisp and clear. So yeah, if you'd like to bid on that, just let me know. I can run that for you. Okay. Okay, so next up, I'm going to do the Sacred Rebels Oracle. And this one, I think it's because of the artist. I think this is Elena Fairchild. All of her decks come with these little bonus cards. So it says, "Love, sacred magic is my path and purpose." And this does come with a little booklet, but it doesn't have the explanations in it because all of the cards have their meanings on the back. And so here is, oh geez, there it is. What does it say? Every journey starts with a single step. And that is just, I just really enjoy her art. It's so pretty, and I don't know. The Kuan Yin deck I have is actually by Elena Fairchild, and I adore it. I love her art style and just the color and the blending and just the blending of like the feminine and the magic. It's just beautiful to me. So it is a very special deck. Okay, so I'm going to tuck that away. But if someone decides they want it, just let me know. What about the masculine? Well, I guess it depends on what you like think of as masculine, but um, I don't know. I think that hey Silver Moon, I think that the deviant moon art can be seen as masculine. The moon deck is nice. Thank you. Yeah, I think that this is very masculine looking. This Aquarian tarot, the Rider Waite is kind of like, I mean, I don't think it's very gendered, right? Um, yeah, the Aquarian tarot. It's good to see you in Silver Moon. So the Aquarian tarot is actually made by a dude. His name is David Palladini, and I would say that his art is more muted, less feminine. So if that's something that appeals to you, one, let me know. You know, the colors are more bold and forward, less pastel. So one could say that that makes something masculine, but ultimately it's about perception. Oh, no. Yeah, and I try to send my lives to like folks that I see regularly, but Whatnot only lets me send it to like 12 people, and they're like the same 12 people. So I don't know. But I'm glad that you found that I was on anyway, Silver Moon. I got a bunch of new tarot and oracle decks. I got in some crystals. I got in some new journals. And I actually still have stuff I haven't even shown yet. But yeah. But Juan, does this deck appeal to you? Um, but other than that, I don't know. Um, Maybe. I mean, I do have some animal decks. Maybe that would feel masculine to you. Right. Right. Um, all right. So then I also have this White Sage Tarot. I don't know. I mean, they're animals. I guess these look more like hand drawn, which might seem more feminine, depending on what kind of art style. Waiting to see all 12. That? Okay. Well, you know, this is certainly one of them. Yes, they're not all animals, but they're all nature. And there's that. Okay. I know, right? I think it's a mix of like, it kind of reminds me of the watercolor um, color pencils that I've had because, I'm a big art nerd turd. I'm a big art nerd turd. Nope. Words are hard. Big art nerd two, question mark. Um, Anyways, when I would work with them, this is kind of what they looked like, kind of halfway between a watercolor and a color pencil. Anyway, this deck does come with a booklet that does tell you all about um, Yeah. Tells you the meanings and things. So yeah. Okay, so that is the White Sage Tarot. And so then words are spells. Words are spells, I suppose. They can be anyways. But I think when I start misspeaking, it's because my brain is tired. Okay, so this is the Familiar Field Oracle. Oh, there's a kangaroo. And so this Oracle deck, it has a booklet, which is down here. There's a nice bound booklet. And yeah. And then in here, it gives the reversed and upright meaning. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. That's Oracle, not Tarot. Oh, my goodness. But it does give like the keywords. So, for example, zebra is uniqueness, expression, and resistance. And then it gives a paragraph sort of explaining, the meaning of a zebra popping up in your readings. So that is that. And for folks popping in, if these decks appeal to you, please let me know and I will run them. Oh, look at that sweet boy. Earlier, Rosie snagged a deck with a bumble sheep in it. Oh my goodness, it was adorable. Is deck 2 tarot? Deck 2 tarot. Deck 2. Like the second one I showed. The second. Yes, Simplicity Tarot. That's the one you asked about earlier. That was the second deck I showed. And yes, it is tarot. Yes, it is tarot. I do have one other deck to show. Let me just get that. And that is the Pride Tarot. And so all of the artwork in there is going to be each card was made by their own queer artist. So there's actually a 78 artist collaboration to make this deck, which is pretty fantastic. So, and this, like I said, all of my decks come with books, booklets, or pamphlets, so you'll always know what they mean or how to use them. And this one is actually quite a hefty little book. Okay, I will run deck 2, which is the Simplicity Tarot. Okay. I just gotta get things clear off here. Okay, so Simplicity Tarot runs at 28. And it is probably a pound. Okay, and confirm. Okay, I have Simplicity Tarot running right now. So that is this one. All right. Okay. Well, I'm glad that there was one that you liked, one that you felt was masculine enough for your tastes. Everything is subjective, of course. So finding one that resonates with you. Okay, so that goes with one. Okay, so yes, thank you. Yeah, and a lot of folks that have popped in, I recognize their names. They've been longtime customers since I've been on whatnot. So yeah, I have a good community of folks. So For folks popping in, I do have over 100 items listed in my buy now section, and the stuff that I'm showing for auction today are all new items I just got in today, and I'm unboxing just to give you a quick rundown of what's happening, or they're new items that I just made. So I'm going to show next. This is a purple moth jar. And so it has this beautiful, let's see here, moth that's raised. Oh, hey, Lolo. Yeah. So, and the, it's textured. It is so pretty. And then, of course, has the lid. It comes off, and then you could store whatever you want in there. Maybe some crystals, whatever. So, yeah. I'm going to run this today. Let's see here. I wrote this down. Where are you? Oh, here we go. This is $22. And so this is a resin moth jar. So let me just get that up. Edit item. 22. And then we'll shoot for a pound. And for folks popping in, I am offering flat rate shipping today. So some of my items are heavy, and that might work out for you. So if you are in love with this moth jar, she is running right now for $22. And this is what she looks like up close. It's just so pretty. I love the crescent moon detail. And like I said, it has this gorgeous little lid. You could store whatever you want in there. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look at her. I also have this little blue moon jar. How sweet she is. And so this has a little lid too that comes off, and it's sort of a deeper resin jar. And so you can use these for spells. You could store your favorite little crystals in there. Store your moon water in there if you want. So yeah, I'm going to run this for 20. And item 20. Confirm. Okay. And I'm running the auction in here. There we go. Yeah, so a big part of what I do is spell work, and I do have all my spell herbs available that are in my buy now section, and I can certainly pull them out and show you if you would like to see them. But I also like to sell jars and bottles and things occasionally for folks to have a vessel to put their spells in. But I also have some pre-made spells like my charms. So I make protection charms, love drawing charms, charms to help with enhancing divination, charms for connecting with the fae and nature energy. So yeah, I do lots of different kinds of spell work. And I actually have some spells in the works that I'm putting together. I'm hoping to release it on or around the first, the first new moon of the year? Is that? Yeah, so the beginning of February would be the first new moon of the year, I think. No, that's not it. I'm trying to think. Anyway, it's when the Chinese New Year is. We'll just say that. The Chinese New Year, it's in February. Are charms coming up next? Yeah, I mean, I can certainly show them if you would like to see them. There is a rack on that table over there that has all my little charms hanging on it. So my lovely assistant is going to go grab my charms. In the meantime, I'm going to show some things that I've put together And these are all going to be $3. So I'm just going to change this right now to $3. They are glass vials full of crystal sand that you can use to make your own charms. So I encourage folks to make their own as well as, um, buy ones that I already make. And a bunch of folks that are in the show now, they have purchased my charms and have enjoyed them. At least I assume so. Uh, if y'all are still in here and you've bought my charm, please sound off. Um, so right now I am going to do my crystal sand. And so first up is this biotite or black mica powder. And you can use this for grounding. You can use this for protection. Um, it is very, very sparkly. And it comes in a cork glass vial. It's also for spiritual development, emotional balance, self-reflection, inner peace, and working with your root chakra energy. So I have 2 of those available, and I'm running them for $3 a piece. So that is up and running right now. So if you would like some biotite powder to work with, oh, Rosie's in it. Like I said, I only have 2. So, but I also have, let me see, how many? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 different stones. Rosie. Oh, thank you, Betsy. I appreciate you sounding off. Awesome. Thank you, Rosie. Okay. So this goes to Rosie. Okay. And then how do you use one? So these here, you can use them, I guess, by themselves if you just want to keep it as its own charm because it's already in a convenient little bottle. No, she only got 1 of them. So the second one will run here in just a second. So you can use it as is for the aforementioned qualities, or you can add it to other things, like you can use it in charging plates. You can create smaller charms. You can, so if you want to use it for protection, like kind of in place of witch's salt, you can cast it across the threshold of your house and use it in that way. So yeah, and that's the same with any of the crystal things. I like having crystal sand as an option to use, as a something to spread or sprinkle, especially outdoors, because it's natural and you're not adding contaminants to the environment. So, all right, so this last biotite is running right now. So, if y'all want it, it is your time to shine. All right, looks like Juan has bid. Well, thank you, Lolo. Will you make more in the future? Yeah, I mean, as right now I just made a batch of I don't know, 15 or so bottles. And as they sell, I will make more. So awesome. Well, thank you, Juan. I appreciate the buy. Okay, so next up, I have chrysocolla sand. So here is the chrysocolla. I have 5 of these available. And so chrysocolla is a stone of forgiveness, peace, and strengthening of emotional bonds, empowerment, communication, and calming. So if you would like to work with some chrysocolla, I have it up and running right now. Again, it is $3 and it comes in this cork glass bottle. Okay. And so, again, stone of forgiveness, peace, and strengthening of emotional bonds, empowerment, and communication, and calming. And again, you can use these as is, like you could just use this as a talisman for that. You can add it to other charms. Oh, looks like Smidwan is winning. Awesome. Add it to other charms. You could put it in charging plates. Yeah, so it's really versatile. Awesome. Thank you, Juan. All right. So this one goes to Juan. All right, and I'll run another chrysocolla in case someone else is interested, or if Juan wants another, whatever. I am just here to bring the magic. So the next up, um, yeah, I'll run some other fun things. I'm really excited. So, like forgiving yourself, my brain is fighting. Yes. So the forgiveness, right? When I say it's the stone of forgiveness, of peace, and like strengthening emotional bonds, the forgiveness isn't just external. Like I think the best magic that we do for ourselves is on ourselves, and that's why a lot of the magic that I sell is very like positive mental health, positive, setting boundaries, ending cycles, that sort of thing. Um, so yeah, when you talk about forgiveness, it's also for you. It's not just for others. Oh, I see. I see. I didn't realize that your purchases were conditional, but I understand the process, and I certainly can appreciate that. So, all right. Thank you, Juan, for the purchase of the Chrysocolla. Doesn't allow me to be energies everywhere. Yeah, and I understand. Yeah, I also beat myself up a lot, and I, have to. I'm always working on that inner voice. Going, when my inner voice is like, "You're trash and nobody likes you, and you should just disappear." Then I have to reframe it and go, "You are not trash. There is nothing wrong with you, and that is just your anxiety and your depression lying to you." So, yeah. Yeah, so a lot of the magic I do, is to help me, but also to help others. And when I work on projects like that, it also allows me to like dig a little deeper and dig a little more garbage out and like release it for myself. So the universe puts me in places it needs me to be for me, but also for others. So, okay. So next up is I have one muscovite mica, one tube of that. And this is for emotional healing, spiritual growth, connecting with higher realms, self worth, and compassion, right? Which is a little bit of me, a little bit of you, Lolo. We just need to like sprinkle it on ourselves like Tinkerbell does with fairy dust. I'm just telling you. Plus, it's sparkly like fairy dust. Um, and intuition. So it helps with intuition as well. Okay, so I am running the Muscovite now. And Juan is winning. Awesome. Yeah, and it is just a delightful little um, stone to work with. And I just appreciate the magic that is nature, it's natural things. So, oh, Lolo's on it. Nice. And when Juan's coming up in the rear. Okay, no, I shouldn't say those things. Why do I say those things? Oh my goodness. Okay, Juan won. Thank you, Juan. Okay, so speaking of things I only have one of, put labels on the valve. Put labels on the valve. So all of them do list what the stone is. So all of them do have labels. So you'll know what's what when you get it. Yeah. I know I try to like give folks as much info as possible. Okay, so I have one malachite, and I'm going to run this for 3. So malachite, this is like everyone goes all gaga for malachite and moldavite, right? Um, and it's because malachite is like for transformation, protection, healing. It's believed to absorb negative energy and encourage emotional release and reducing stress. So it has lots of big transformative energy. So, oh, Rosie's on this one. Yes, malachite is such an amazing stone. And so, in case you don't know, the reason why malachite is green is because it has copper in it. So it's copper that was present when the stone was developing, and that is what causes it to turn that sort of patina green color. If you've seen old copper, it is exactly this color. So, oh, Juan's on it. Okay. Well, thank you, Juan. Okay. So next up is I have three of these. They are purple mica powder. There we go, purple mica. Absolutely. Yeah, I love geology. So a lot of my spirituality is also informed by science. And in no conditions. Indeed. And you may not know this about me, Juan, but I am a very like sarcastic, kind of sassy person. And so, a lot of this is in good fun. And then so yeah, I appreciate you sticking around. Um, so yes, purple mica is for calming, balancing, reducing anxiety, alleviating insomnia, and enhancing feelings of stability and inner peace. So that is this. And the camera doesn't capture it perfectly, but this is actually a very beautiful, like purpley color. And it's very sparkly. So I wonder if well, sort of late in the game now. But anyway, so purple mica. And I will run this for $3. And again, I do have 3 bottles total. So yeah. And like I said, the purple mica is for calming, balancing, reducing anxiety, alleviating insomnia, and enhancing feelings of stability and inner peace. Which honestly, who can't use more of that? Right? Oh my goodness. I need to like figure out a way to like, I don't know, like, how like some bras have like those little balloons in them to, what are they, Wonder Bras? This is for Rosie. Thank you. Anyways, I need to like get the balloons, fill them with a bunch of this like magic powder, like heat seal it closed and keep those in my bra. See, that's how I can utilize it. And if someone bothers me, then I just slap them with my little insert. Is that how that goes? Is that how? Anyway, I'm not advocating for assaulting humans, but it's always good to be prepared for whatever. Just saying. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to run another purple mica. Okay. Yep. And so for folks just popping in, purple mica is for calming, balancing, reducing anxiety, alleviating insomnia, and enhance feelings of stability and inner peace. So I have this and one more available, and then I won't have any more. At least not for today. So, okay. All right. So then next up is pyrite. I have exactly 2 bottles of this pyrite gravel. 1 and 2. So these I'm going to run. How do you use it? How do you use pyrite? So pyrite is shield against negative energy, attract wealth and prosperity, enhance willpower and confidence. So that's what it's for magically. But as far as like practical, you can put pyrite or any of these crystal sands, use them in charms. You can use them by themselves and just like utilize their energy as is. You can use them in charging plates to infuse jewelry, like maybe you have a ring you always wear, a necklace you always wear, and you can charge your jewelry with crystal energy like that using just putting this on a plate, putting your jewelry in it. um yeah, but yeah, so magically, like I was saying, pyrite is good for shielding against negative energy, attracting wealth and prosperity, and enhancing willpower and confidence. So yeah, so magically you would use it for that. And as far as like how to like take those and utilize them, I mean, it's really up to you. Like I said, charging plates, keeping it in your pocket, putting it in your home. I like to put protective crystals like this, so like, your door frame always has like a little ledge from the trim. You could put like some of this above your trim. If you have an office where you take appointments or that's where you work, you could put it above your doorway. So every time you pass in and out of the space, you're blessed with that energy and are, kind of like use it to attract opportunity to help you. So yeah. Yeah. Well, I like carefully curate everything I sell and craft everything. I like, there's the crafting and there's the curating. And I do it because these are things that I have used in the past that have been helpful. And the techniques I teach are things that I have done in the past that have been helpful. And I say this to everyone all the time. You ask 10 witches how to do something, they're all going to tell you how to do it differently. This is just my way of doing it. And if you're like, that doesn't resonate with me, I want to do XYZ instead, go for it, babe. I am not here to squelch your witchy desires. I am just sharing my own personal experience. So, again, pyrite up for $3. And this is a dense little boy. Like, pyrite is very heavy, and part of it's because pyrite is formed with iron. And so, yeah. Which is also why a lot of folks use pyrite to keep away like evil fae or mischievous fae or evil spirits, because evil spirits are deterred by iron, which, yeah. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate you. Hey, Disco Bread. There's a familiar one. Hey ho. I didn't mean to call you a hoe. That is not what I meant. That is just what came out. My God. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to run this second vial of pyrite. Excuse me while my brain totally derails. Squirrels. Just saying. Okay, so again, the pyrite is good for shielding against negative energy, attracting wealth and prosperity, enhancing willpower and confidence. And then, yes. Indeed. Either way, like, I ain't no shame. One of my good friends is a sex worker, and I just love her for who she is. It's just a job. So, anyways, another derailment. Pyrite is available if one desires it. So the last crystal sand I'm going to show is epidote. And epidote is for enhancing personal power, encourage positive thinking, help release negative emotions and blockages, that prevents one from opening up and connecting with others. It is a hard job. She's a midnight ballerina. And yeah, you spin upside down with your legs around a pole for 4 to 6 hours a night and see how athletic you feel. I've been to one of her pole classes, and it is a beast. It is a beast. Yes. I am here to root for all the underdogs. So, okay. On epidote, it is running right now. And again, epidote is for enhancing personal power, encouraging positive thinking, help release negative emotions and blockages, that prevent one from opening up and connecting with others. So yeah, but they can also be like connecting with, you know, your higher self, a higher entity, spiritually, because we close ourselves off personally, right? We put up those walls when we feel like we've been hurt, but we also can disconnect spiritually when we just feel like nothing works and why am I doing this? So thank you, Juan. Okay, so I'm gonna just coming in hot with the tea. Lolo showed up for the hot tea. Just saying. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna run another epidote in case epidote resonates with someone. So yeah. Yeah. Well, it is really so, I've gone through this a few times in my life. Like, I've been around for a while where I just have I feel like, you know, when I once felt like the universe was like innately watching and influencing me and like guiding me, and then one minute I'm just like, where the hell is everybody? I feel like I've been cut off spiritually. I feel like the deities aren't interested anymore. The universe is like, piss off. And then like I felt cut off from like friendships and other relationships. And yeah, I had gone full hermit, like full turtle tucked in my shell. And yeah, so I sometimes it's about repairing yourself, right? But other times you're just like, what the hell, everybody? Did I just like super step in it and didn't know it? Like, dang. Yeah, yeah. I feel like every 3 to 5 years I go through a good like tower card situation. It goes tower card, card, tower card, and then hermit, hermit, hermit. And then I come out the other side and I'm like, okay, I can take a breath. And I feel like I'm not carrying an actual like boat anchor, like ones for giant ships, like carrying it right on my heart. Yeah, yeah. I have an old soul. She's been around a while. This is just my current meat bag. So, okay. Next up, let's do a round of charms that I have made. So, pre-made magic, no assembly required. So, all right. So, first up, these are my attracting love charms. And so my charms are a mix of herbs and salts and minerals and crystals. And these ones have a little heart shaped key on them and are sealed with red wax. And I do have it labeled so you know what you're getting. And then I always put a nice big loop on it so you could like hang it up easily. A lot of people like to stash these in their pockets. But yeah, so attracting love is attracting love, right? And then maybe that is love from a friend, love in a romantic interest, maybe attracting a love from a current partner that you're just like, I feel like, maybe you're not getting as much loving energy from them as you would like, and you want to attract more from the universe. So there's just like, you're filling the battery, right? You're filling your cup. But yeah, but maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a different relationship, or maybe it's just self love, because self love is not something to undervalue, right? It is important for you to love yourself. And that is such a good foundation to start with when you're healing and like trying to find coping skills, trying to find coping energy. So, I am gonna go in the bin, and so you use it just by, you can carry it around, you can keep it in your bedroom, you can, if you're, it depends on how you want to use it. So if you're like, I want to attract a new love, a new partner, carry it with you with the intention of that it is like a love magnet. right? If you are trying to spark love with a current partner, hang it in your bedroom, like put it on your headboard. If you have a little altar in your room that you use for your relationship, like I do, like I have a relationship altar in our bedroom, and it is facing the south. So, and south is passion, it's sexuality, it's sensuality, it's lust. So I have it in the south, right? But you could easily put it in the north where it's your relationships, it's your foundation, things like that. It just depends on what you're trying to draw in. So you could put your thing on there, you know, if you're trying to attract a friend, maybe when you're out, like in a place where you like to meet people or where people are that you want to know, like maybe you're a big D&D nerd and you're at the local game shop and you're like, okay, I'm going to keep this in my pocket and attract a new friendship that will be reciprocal and feeding, will feed me and not just be drain on my resources. So yeah, so that is um, how you do that. Now I need the hubby opinion. Is that possible? Is it possible to attract love? I mean, he and I are together. We've been together for a long ass time. So I would say yes. But I don't know. Muggsy can speak for himself. He's a fully formed human being. Attract love. Okay, hang on here. Maybe it's just under charm. Charm. Well, there you go. Maybe it's love charm. I'm trying to figure out how I listed it. Apparently, I'm going to use my mouse. Save myself a headache here. Okay. So how does that connect with Fae energy? And open the way. Okay, I don't have this one listed. All right. I will. Oh my goodness. Auction. Here we go. Oh, I didn't check my previd. Okay. Sometimes people use previds and then I forget to check. Is it forever? Is the love forever? I think that the love is come. I think relationships come in and out of our lives as they're meant to. And so if someone is supposed to stick around till death do you part, then that's what'll happen. But if they are not meant to stick around till death, right? This isn't a hostage situation. You don't use a love charm to get a hostage. You get a love charm, use a love charm to have a mutually, a mutual exchanging relationship. And if the relationship is not reciprocal and not healthy, then no, it won't be forever. But this, you know, it's not to hold a person hostage. You're supposed to attract who you're supposed to attract, and not all relationships last forever. But that doesn't mean that they're any less valuable as a relationship. There's still things in relationships that don't work out, that are good lessons, that help us grow as people, that help us open our minds and our hearts. And sometimes they just kind of get us to the next step, right? So maybe thinking of love less as a destination and more as a journey is a good place to start. So. Exactly. Yeah. The jar. Is it forever? Oh, is the jar forever? Yeah, I mean it should be. It's glass and it has a cork top. So unless it gets broken, then yeah, it should last forever. And then once you're done using it, so say like you feel like it's done its job, then you can release it. And releasing it can be um, just about anything. Exactly, low. That's totally it, right? I think that, you know, maybe in our parents' day, like my parents' day, I don't know how old anybody is, but like, my mom is in her 60s. My grandma, I mean, she's long gone now, but like, I just felt like a lot of their courting ideas were about like meeting the person and then getting married and then just sticking with them forever. without ever really figuring out, like, well, what do I need in a partner? What am I willing to give as a partner? Because that's the other thing. It's like, sure, you could be like, I want XYZ in a partner, but then if you're like, these are red flags or these are like, what deal breakers, she's learning about herself too. Can I bid on I'm actually in the process of writing my book. Um, but yeah, this is what a lot of my shows are. It's me. It's a little bit of me selling things. It's a lot of me talking about the things I'm selling and or going on tangents. So what do I do? What do I do? Okay. Um, so I sell my charms for $6. I know that this is not in my bin because I looked. So I am just going to sell it as an auction item. So if you would like my attracting love charm, it is going up right now. I don't know. It's okay. Like, I don't need any. I am just like 15 squirrels in a human suit. Like, honestly, um, you know, we're a community. There's no judgment there. We're all just walking each other home. That is this concept that came to me a few years ago where I'm like, we are literally just a bunch of souls walking each other home. And thank you, Betsy. I appreciate you. All right. Thank you, Juan. I hope you enjoy the Attract Love Charm. I will run another love charm in case someone else really resonated with that. Um, okay, so the another love charm is running. This guy. Yeah, and in case this is your first time here, I do harvest a lot of the herbs I use in my magic too. So like I go out or I grow. So I grow them or I go out and I forage them from my yard, from the forest, and you know I leave offerings as a thank you to the earth for letting me harvest there, and then I dry them, and so anyway, and then they end up in my magic. So there is levels of magic from the bottom up because that's important to me, and plus it keeps me like grounded and connected to the earth, and the earth is a very magical, special place for me. So it works out. Okay, so the next up in the charm selection, which I'm just slipping into French for no reason, is my enhancing divination charm. So it has a little dragon on it. Yeah, and then it actually has malachite sand in it. So folks who are like, what do I do with the malachite sand or sand in general? I use them to make my charms, but there's also like my own special melange of ingredients that come from, my brain research connection. And then, of course, I seal it with blue wax. So, um, yeah, so I am going to start the auction on that. And so, yes, it was a dragon. You are correct, sir. And I like dragons for divination magic because they are associated with air. And air is all that mind energy, right? It's our intellect, it's our ability to, retain information, to gain information, and to take those signals and turn them into a message. So, dragons to me just, may I ask how you started / were exposed? So, I am the only witch in my family. And I started, I'm 41, and I started when I was 17. So it's been a long ass time. And I came upon it, I guess, kind of, I don't know, I guess the universe led me there. To be honest, I guess I had always been a witch, but I didn't know that I was a witch. Like, guess I didn't have the language, right? It's like, is a rose still a rose? What it was, that Shakespeare line, like, a rose by any other name would still smell the sweet. So it doesn't matter if you know the word for the flower, it's still going to smell nice, right? And so similarly, I grew up in the country, and so I was always roaming around the forest with the fae, with the wee folk. I would spend hours and hours and hours like hugging trees and moss covered rocks and playing in the creek. And yeah, so like I guess I had always been a witch, I just didn't know it. And then when I became an older teen, I discovered a bookshop that was selling books on Wicca. And so then I read the Wicca book, and I was just drawn to it. It was just like I was driving down the street in this town that I had been through a million times, and I saw a business with a purple door, and my brain just went, what the hell is that? And I turned around, pulled over, parked, went in, and there was just some like hippy dippy lady in her 60s running the place. She had a pet bird, and I remember the bird so clearly because it wasn't in a cage, and I was like, what makes the bird not fly away, right? And anyways, so I got my Wicca book and I read it and I learned all about that. And then I found a community where there were other folks doing different paths. And I learned that there was a whole world out there that I didn't even know about. And it all started because, one, I'm a big old book nerd and I read books all the time as a kid. And I guess it was just a natural progression that I would come upon it in a bookstore, right? And but I would say that my magic has grown exponentially in the last 10 years. And because my knowledge has grown exponentially in the last 10 years, because I've just really, since I've owned my own witchcraft business for 7 years, and really started reaching out to the communities more and doing more public rituals with folks. Yeah, I guess I exposed myself to strangers. Yeah. So, you know, and then there's Skyclad, but that's exposing yourself to strangers in a different way. But I digress. So, yeah. Thank you, Juan. Yeah. Yeah, I grew up in northern Wisconsin, and I mean, we're only like 50 miles from Canada, right? So, a lot of big sky, open, well, I'm not big sky, not like Montana, not like that, but like lots of trees, not tall buildings. So I could see the stars every night. We always had woodland creatures. I knew how to forage when I was in kindergarten, right? I knew how to find food in the woods because, I also grew up poor. So it was really important to know what's food and what's not food when you're roaming through the woods. And so I think all this sort of led me, right? When I think back about how I grew up, I'm like, wow, all of these experiences I had when I was small, when I was having these first formative feelings about who I was and what I believed in. Thank you. Yeah, it just kind of led me to where I am today. So, good, bad, indifferent. Here I am. So, are you folks still interested in seeing charms, or do you want me to move on to something else? Um, yeah. So something else I put together. I just got in a full rainbow of spell candles. So these are 4-inch spell candles with cotton wicks. And there are 10 different colors in this bag. And I put together some candle sets. I didn't know if folks would be interested in having a full color set for their spell work. Um, so awesome. So I am selling these. Like I said, this is a 10-piece bag and it comes in the little mesh for $8, which is a steal. So I am going to change this to $8. And I have 3 pre-made, but I can make up to 10. So I have enough supplies to make 10 of these. So if folks are like, I really need candles, just know that I got you, boo. So running those spell candles right now. Again, these are 4-inch cotton wick spell candles. And it is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, white, black, and cream. Those are the 10 colors. So, yeah. Correct. They are unscented. Yep. So that way you can anoint them with, if you purchased any of my anointing oils, this would be perfect to use with those anointing oils. Yeah. And then you don't have a big old powerful scent. Well, I'm glad that you could scoop up something for a good deal too. Okay, this is low, low, no. Okay. Awesome. Okay, I will run another. Then we have another sack of candles. So yes, unscented cotton wick 4-inch chime candles. That's the word they use for this size. They're basically just small tapers. So, yeah. Bloop. Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Juan. And I do have another ready. So I will run this. Boom. Awesome. Oh, geez, I'm running all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, in different colors, in case folks don't know, different colors are good for different kinds of magic. Like red and black are good, both good for like banishing spells and protection, right? But red and pink are also good for love magic. Yay, Lola one. Yeah, orange and yellow are good for joy and creativity. Um, Blue and purple are both good for spirituality and connecting with that higher mental state. Black is good. Black and white together are good for banishing and blessing to do that. They're also, and you also have a variety of colors for cord cutting rituals. So yeah. Do folks want me to run more candles? I would have to put some bags together, but otherwise, yeah, I can run the candles again. So yeah. So again, this $8 auction is for a bag of 10 chime candles. I would show you, but all my pre-bagged ones were sold, but I can bag some more. So, because I has my supplies ready. But yeah. All right. Yeah. Otherwise, I have my wishing powder, which I can run. Okay, so I make my own wishing powder, and in it comes. Oh geez, there we go. It's upside down. This has a little instruction slip, so it tells you exactly how to use it, and when to use it, and then the little jar of wishing powder, which I make, and I hand grind this, in my mortar and pestle because I like it really super fine. And it is a blend of different herbs and minerals that I know to be associated with wishes and blessings and miracles and like wish granting, but also with the full moon, because wish making is really great full moon ritual spell stuff to do. So I am going to run my, here, let me go, edit item. I do have this in the bin, but I sell them for $3 a piece. And yeah, confirm. So I'm going to run some wishing powder. So if you need to snag some wishing powder because I think we have a full moon coming up beginning of February, I want to say. So you'll get it in time to do your full moon wishes. And this is for like asking for things you desire, that you want, that you need, and just like using that lunar energy to do that. So, yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a peek at that. No. You know, I can go on there too with the other dragons. Um, I think that I am good for the night. I have been on since 5 o'clock. It's been 3.5 hours, and I'm very tired. But that is, yeah, I've been on since 5 p.m. and I am tired. Which, well, 5 p.m. Central. So it is now 8:30. So just a quick review. Yeah, if there are if there's anything that folks are interested in that I showed earlier, you weren't on earlier, Lola, but I have a bunch of new crystals too. I have palm stones, and I have towers of selenite and orange selenite, which are gorgeous. I also have cauldrons. So I have 2 cauldrons left from my order. I did have 3, but Juan snagged one earlier, which is delightful. So if anyone wants to see any of that stuff, let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably going to get off. Can I look at the next show but Cauldron? Can I look at the next show but Cauldron? Yes. Yes. My next show will probably be Wednesday. So, yeah. Let's see the 3 books again. Let's see the 3 books. 3 books again. 3 books again. Can I see the cauldron real quick? Yes. Can I have a cauldron, please? Okay. So I think the books you're talking about are the Real Sorcery book one. One. All right. You wore me down, Juan. I can do the 2 for 25. I can do 2 for 25. So let me just, I'll just have that as one of the auction items. So that's 25. And then these are going to be 1 to 2 pounds. Okay, Juan. Okay, Juan, the $25 thing running right now is, okay, so sure. The first one is the Cord Magic, and the other is Real Sorcery. So those are the 2 books that Juan has been wanting today. So I am glad that he is getting them. He's been a real trooper. So there you go. Awesome. Thank you. And then here is the cauldron for Lolo. And so this is a big boy. You can fit your whole fist. Like I can fit my fist in there and still have room. It is a big cauldron, and I'm selling it for 18, which is a steal, honestly. And the symbols are the chakra symbols. Absolutely, Juan. I am happy that they found a home with you. So I'm glad we could come to an agreement. Absolutely. You all have a beautiful night, and thank you again for showing up for me. I appreciate you all. Yes, yeah, it'd be great to burn in. It can hold charcoal, incense, whatever you want. These are really heavy duty cast iron cauldrons, and they're probably 1.5 to 2 pounds each. And they'll come in their boxes, so they'll be nice and safe too. So, how big would you say? I mean, let me see. They're 5.5-inch diameter, so 5.5 inches across. So I'll do that. So do you want me to run this right now, Lolo, or do you want to wait till Wednesday? Okay. Well, sure. I can run that for you right now. Okay, confirm. Okay. And this is running right now for Lolo. Yeah, and I've been ordering cauldrons from these people for years, and I never had a problem with their quality. And yeah, because I'm really picky about the things that I sell. You know, I sounds great. All right, thank you, Lolo. I appreciate you, and I will see you all on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. That's my next show, Central Time. Yes. Mwah, 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 mwah. Sending all the loves.